Tonight's Wednesday's Child shows us what can happen when a family makes a decision to adopt. In this case, a larger commitment than most. The Renick-Hayes family decided to adopt an entire sibling group. That's in addition to the 3 children they already had. And according to at least one member of the family, 8 may not be enough. Everywhere you look in the Hayes-Renick house, there are reminders that children are around, pictures on the wall, and boots on the ground. And they need a lot of boots.
So we have Indiana, Khalif, Atticus, Phineas, Sakura, Sade, Janaea, and Charlie, a.k.a. Chuck.
8 children in a family that came together in an unexpected way. When Jake Hayes and Angie Renick-Hayes decided to expand their family, they had a plan.
Our first goal or first choice was international.
But many countries are limiting adoptions by U.S. families. That forced a shift from international to domestic, and eventually to children available for adoption in the foster care system.
I would say that it was not what we expected, but life rarely is. I can say that we were open to adopting siblings. It was really something we committed to.
Adding 5 children was more of a commitment than they had planned for at first. When the decision was made and the children arrived, the adjustments began.
Well, we definitely had our honeymoon stage, where the first month or 2 everything was great, and then the reality set in.
Not only did the Hayes family have to get used to 5 new siblings, but some of the children coming from the foster care system had been in different homes. They were sisters and a brother, but had never lived together for very long.
Kind of getting used to everybody and kind of getting together, it was pretty hard.
2 years after Khalif and his sisters came home, the relationships have evolved, and it sounds like the big issues these kids face now aren't so big.
I always felt like there was something almost lacking in our family, and now that the kids have come home, it's like, yeah, it's natural.
What's a typical argument? Is one guy messier than the other guys?
No, it's kind of like, well, say that if someone said, oh, you're not good looking, and the other guy was like, yeah, I am, and then, it's this...
Wait. You guys have discussions which one of you is the best looking?
I mean, it's not obvious, but he's the strongest, I'm the fastest, and he's the best looking.
See? That's amazing.
I advocate for adoption. I can say every time, the very first thing that I tell a parent who's getting ready to adopt is get a spiritual practice. And I mean, do something that is going to expand your mind, that's going to teach you to see the positive always, the potential, because if you're just seeing what is, it can be really daunting. It can be really exhausting, and you can feel defeated.
But there's not much feeling of defeat in this room.
Yeah, we're good right now, but get even better.
As for the potential,
would you change anything?
No. Maybe more kids? This is we were talking about it yesterday. Right. More kids.
Positive thinking definitely runs in this family.
And we want to thank the Renick-Hayes family for letting us into their home. We had a great time. And if you're interested in learning more about adoption or foster care, you can contact the Department of Human Services, Child Welfare Division, 776-6120. Ask for extension 264.